Someone once said that America never loses war. It just loses its interest. We ask, is the same happening with Afghanistan? Hello and welcome. This is Siddharth Madan. The world is talking about Afghanistan after the US pulled out from one of the largest bases in the country, the Bagram Air Base. On 7th October 2001, President Bush announced the war on terror in Afghanistan by the commencement of airstrikes against the Al-Qaeda and military installations of the Taliban. After the Taliban failing to comply with three major demands made by the United States. First, hand over Osama bin Laden. Second, release the Americans held. Third, stop the recruiting and training grounds in Afghanistan. Well, today is the 7th of July 2021. The Afghan war will see its 20th anniversary this year. In addition, this year is going to be remarkable thanks to the Afghan peace talks and the US pullout from the country. But the question at hand is, was this Afghan war useful? What lies ahead? What are the challenges? And finally, where does India position itself? We deal with these questions one by one. First, was this Afghan war fruitful? 69% of the veterans in the United States support withdrawal from Afghanistan, while 63% of the civilians feel the same. But the answer completely depends on whom you ask. A person a citizen of the United States, would want the troops back home. The purpose of the war being served in the 2011 raid for hunting down Osama bin Laden. A person B, who is a citizen and a loyalist to Ashraf Ghani government, would be deeply concerned about the future of his or her country, about the protection of women's and minority rights in Afghanistan under the Taliban regime after the withdrawal. Now this concern, we can tell you, is not exaggerated, because 133 districts are under the control of Taliban. Only 86 of them belong to the government or are undetermined. 179 are contested. Those who say that this war is not worth fighting for mainly argue that you can't attain a political outcome with a military force. But the thing is that Taliban isn't just a political group. Taliban is not accountable to its people, minorities, nor the United Nations. A diplomatic talk back in 2001 with the extremist group would have been practically impossible. Perhaps think about it. What incentives could have been given to make the Taliban end their regime in Afghanistan and persuade them to miraculously take up democracy or even bring them to the talking table? Thankfully, over the past 2 years, hopefully the Taliban has changed and seems ready to accommodate and talk. Not so sure about the accommodation part though. Despite these points, one can't argue with the losses suffered by both NATO and Afghan civilians. The recently released report by the Australian military found quote-unquote credible information that its special forces in Afghanistan have unlawfully killed 39 civilians and detainees and cruelly treated 2 people. A total of 2,312 US military personnel have died in Afghanistan. An estimated 7,000 Afghan security forces were killed during 2019 alone. Now that the US troops are withdrawing, it is the responsibility of the US diplomats to rehabilitate the country. There is no doubt that the Afghan military is not prepared. Yesterday, the Taliban took control of the Kandahar region, which is a big deal. The deal that was struck between US and the Taliban ensured not using Afghanistan as basis for future attacks on US and its allies. It is clear that the Taliban want Afghanistan to be an Islamic republic, whereas Al-Qaeda does hold grudges against the United States. Using this as a medium, it is more like that the US has said that do whatever you want to do in this region, but just leave us alone. Now, there is nothing wrong in that, because there is no point in the US indulgence in this war after the Osama bin Laden raid. But it is still the responsibility of the United States to ensure a slow and steady withdrawal to maintain the regional stability and to prevent any future threats to its allies in the Indo-Pacific. Answering the next question, what are the challenges? Well, there are a lot. But to name a few, firstly, the conservation of the gains made by the NATO forces. Second, leaving the Afghan forces skilled and equipped. Third, ensuring the rights of minorities and women with a special focus in territories sieged by the Taliban. Ensuring that future Afghanistan is not used for partisan agenda by the regional powers. Not letting Afghanistan be the next safe haven for terrorists, and not using it as a launch base for attacks on India. The United States and NATO countries must ensure the security of their interpreters who helped them during the war by providing them with timely visas to take shelter in NATO member states. In short, as the US withdraws, there lies an uncertainty of all the gains made being reversed and Afghanistan going into the reverse phase of the dark days. Both the parties, Taliban and the Afghan government, must accommodate to prevent the country from being inflicted by a civil war. Now, the Afghan war involves NATO states, Afghanistan, Pakistan and the countries being affected and contributing to the development projects in Afghanistan like India. So, give me a reason that why shouldn't the United Nations get involved to protect Afghanistan from becoming the next Libya? The United Nations must not renege on its responsibilities. Reports on hunger and human rights abuses in Afghanistan won't alone be effective. The need of the hour is enforcement to prevent any further escalation of the situation. Now finally, where does India position itself? What are the roles that India is playing? There have been recent reports about External Minister Dr. S. J. Shankar conferring with the Taliban in Doha. However, these claims have been rejected by the MEA. Notwithstanding, India is still in contact with Afghan stakeholders. Desperate times call for desperate measures. India has a lot at stake in Afghanistan. India sees Afghanistan as an old friend. And for those of the likes of Donald Trump who say that India has just built a library in Afghanistan, well, to them. India has initiated the building of Afghanistan Parliament in Kabul. Second, reconstruction of the Salma Dam, also known as the Afghan-India Friendship Dam. Third, conservation of the water reservoirs. New Delhi has also gifted 285 military vehicles for the Afghan National Army, Mi-25 and Mi-35 choppers for the Air Force. Simply, while the world was occupied in fighting the war, India was busy reconstructing Afghanistan. The common thing about wars is that they often start from misunderstandings. One of the reasons that Osama bin Laden stated in his video for the 9/11 attacks on the US was its support for quote-unquote supporting a genocide against Muslims in Kashmir. Well, people who believe so are more than welcome to Kashmir, but not as terrorists, more as tourists.